Hi gang, Rob here. It is the evening of 15 September 2022, Thursday night, 9 o'clock. Must be time for a knife sale on the Apostle P channel, and a knife sale we shall have. We have well over 30 items for your consideration tonight, all of them knives. And man, do we have some cool stuff tonight. Before we get into the meat of the sale, let's do a little bit of housekeeping. First up, I need you to be familiar with and agreeable to the terms of the sale. I'm going to post them on the screen for you in just a moment. Then I'm going to reprint them in the description underneath this video. And speaking of the description, at the very top you're going to see 3 links to previous videos on this channel. The first is to my Primer for Buyers video. That is a 38-minute expanded explanation of the terms of the sale, why they are the way they are, and all that stuff. If you're new to this weekly sales event, please watch that. It will make your buying experience much more pleasurable. The second link is for people who might want to use this weekly sale as a way to get rid of some of their collection. Maybe you're moving some stuff around, you'd like to get out with the old and make room for some new. That video explains how it all works from the consignor's perspective. It is entitled FAQs for Consignors. Then the third link, as always, is to my rates and services video for the Apostle P Knife Service, the original precision sharpening service for the online knife community. So in that all-important video description, you will see those 3 links, then the terms of the sale. Then at the very bottom, you'll find the list of tonight's inventory, complete with timestamps on the left, pricing on the right. In that pricing column, you will generally see 2 numbers. The one to the left of the slash is your price of the knife as shown. The one on the right is the price of the knife as sharpened by the Apostle P Knife Service. There will be next day sharpening this week for the first 4 knives purchased to be sharpened. So those will ship tomorrow, Friday the 16th, along with all the as shown inventory. If you fall outside that first 4, expect your knife to ship in about 3 weeks if you want it sharpened. I believe that's about it for housekeeping. Let's get the terms up on the screen for you. Then we'll be right back with the sale inventory. Here are the terms. All right, let's get to it, shall we? First up, we got a few leftovers from last week. The first one is going to be called the Kershaw Budget Combo. These knives ran originally last Thursday separate, and then we put them together for the weekend. We're going to keep them together for this week. So the Kershaw Budget Combo consists of the 3935 Flourish and the 7020 Highball XL. Let's talk about the Flourish first. We have a handle scaled in carbon fiber over G10 laminate. We've got stainless steel liners, a tip-up reversible pocket clip. We've got SpeedSafe spring-assisted action, blade HCR13 MOV 3 and 7/16 inches in length. It is a 2-tone satin and black wash affair. Stainless steel liner lock. There is your engagement. It is rock solid. Nice free action on the SpeedSafe. Perfect blade centering. This one is going to be like new in the box. These sell online retail at your favorite knife website for $43. Then you've got this one, the 7020 Highball XL. There's the knife. It is a bead blasted stainless steel frame lock. You're going to have a tip up clip, deep carry variety, reversible left or right. You've got a blue anodized lock bar stabilizer, blue anodized pivot, And then this is marketed as a two-handed knife. It is on ball bearings, but it can be opened via this sort of fuller. Flicks open very nicely, actually, for a two-handed knife. Pretty cool. Blade is a D2, 3 5/16 inches in length. Kind of a sexy clip point. The handle is 4 5/16. There is your lock engagement on the stainless steel frame lock. Lockup is rock solid. Ball bearing action is super sweet. Blade centering looks to be right down the middle. This is very near mint in box. You might be able to find a trail in that bead blast if you look close. These sell new for 59 bucks, so you got 43 and 59, which I believe equals 102. We ran these separately at $80 if you added them together, and then on Saturday we packaged them and ran them at 60. This week 49 bucks. That is less than half price versus web retail, and then add 20 each if you'd like either one of them or both of them sharpened. That is the Kershaw Budget Combo. Next up, this knife absolutely shocks me that it's still here. From Giant Mouse, the joint venture of Jesper Voxness and Jens Anso, we have an Ace Riv Brass. So you got a titanium frame lock, steel inserted, deep carry, wire pocket clip, going to be right hand tip up only. Then you've got a natural brass scale that's got, you know, some character in it. A little bit of tarnish, a little bit of snail trail, very soft material, but oh so warm and wonderful. So you got a steel inserted titanium frame lock, ball bearing flipper, nice low profile flipper tab, flips beautifully, bi-directional satin finish on that sort of modified sheep's foot blade. Blade steel is going to be, I forgot. What does it say? I think it's Elmax. A reference last week's video. I forgot to transfer it over. But I believe that's right. 2 7/16 blade. 3 5/16 handle. There is your lock engagement. Early but nice and solid. Ball bearing action super smooth and free. Centering down the middle. We'll call this near mint in box. Web price of these brand new, $195. We ran this one last week at $160. It did not sell. We dropped it to $140 for the weekend. It's still here. Let's do $129 this week. $129 like it is $154 with an Apostle P edge. That's the Giant Mouse Ace Riv Brass. Next up from a Boker Plus, we have the JB Stout designed Boker Plus Lateralis, this one in shred carbon fiber. So we have a stainless steel frame lock, and the frame side is beautifully stonewashed. Got a polished stainless steel clip. The only thing keeping this knife from being like new in box will be some very faint hairlines in that polished clip, by the way. No need for a steel insert because the whole frame is stainless steel. It is a flipper on ball bearings. It glides out, and it almost drops shut. Blade centering going to be down the middle. Flipping action is stunning. Lockup is rock solid. D2 blade, 3 5/8 inches long. Handle 4 5/8. It's a beauty. How is it in hand? It looks like it ought to be really good. It's pretty doggone good. Jimping fairly effective. A very subtle clip point. Beautiful fuller. Beautiful swedge. So we'll call it near mint in box. These are out of stock new. When they were available, they had a web price of about 80 bucks at your favorite online retailer. We ran it last week for 60. It didn't sell. We dropped it to 45. It's still here. Guys, these are gone from every dealer website I could find at 80 bucks. Certainly, somebody can use it for 35. 35 bucks, shipped priority mail. 55 with an Apostle P edge. The Boker Plus Lateralis in shred carbon fiber. Next up, from Spyderco, we have an SP10YJ, which I believe designates an Endura stainless steel. So this probably would have been drilled and tapped for 4-way clip position, but right hand only, tip up or down in its present configuration because we got a custom scale from Santa Fe Stoneworks. We've got red coral, we've got mother of pearl with, I think, nickel silver in between. Look at that, playing with the light, would ya? Man, beautiful, beautiful piece of work. So let's see, we got a VG10 blade, saber ground. Beautiful work from Seki City. Rock solid lockup. Super free blade. Perfect centering. I'm going to call this near mint in box just because the red coral does seem to be showing a little character. I don't know if it was like that from new. Might be oxidizing a little. I don't know. I've never seen one before. I do know this. I found one sold listing for this exact knife on eBay. Sold at $350. We ran this last week at $295. It didn't sell. We dropped it to $260 for the weekend. It's still here. How about, let's do $225, guys. Like it is, $245 with an Apostle P edge. That's the Spyderco / Santa Fe Stoneworks Custom Endura SS. Next up, we've got one from Olamic Tactical. They're never the same. The sticker says it's a busker with a satin blade, serial number 11 of 12, made in this configuration. I forgot to get the card out. There it is. The blade is the 2 3/8 inch Gusto, which is kind of a nightmare grind, an M390. Dark Blast titanium, an orange gun coat hardware, made, what's that, April 29th of 19? I bet you'd like to see the knife. Well, let's take a look. Look at that little beauty. There's that Dark Blast, that orange hardware, milled titanium clip with the ceramic ball. It's sort of a front flipper. Look, oh, I did it, guys. I did it. How about that? M390 blade steel. Steel inserted titanium. Frame lock. And that insert also serves as an over travel stop. There's your engagement. The lockup is dead rock solid. The centering is just about perfect. Condition on this one will be, it'll be near mint in pouch, just because, you know, there have been drivers in the screw head, so the orange might not be quite perfect. You got to install them somehow. So yeah, near mint in pouch. Price of this on, you know, from a web-based retailer, brand new, would have been $490. We ran this last week at $350. It's still here. Dropped it to $310 from Saturday. Still here. Let's do $275 this week. $275 like it is, $305 with an Apostle P edge. Next day sharpening available if it's one of the first 4. That's the Olamic Busker. Next up, another one from Olamic. This is a Wayfarer 24/7 harpoon, number 21 of 23 like it. And the card says Wayfarer 24/7H for harpoon. We got a 3.5 inch harpoon blade, an M390. Titanium handle, titanium clip, stonewash finish, which looks to me like an acid stonewash. Born July 20th, 2019. Here's the knife. There is your, I think, acid stonewash finish. Beautiful milled clip with ceramic ball retention. We can flip it. Can we hold it? Maybe. Maybe if you're left-handed. Let's just stick to flipping. Yeah. Acid stonewash blade, little recurve on the harpoon. There's your lock engagement. It is dead rock solid. Nice free blade, and the blade centering will be, how about dead down the middle? The condition, I will say, like new in pouch. Price of this at a web retailer, brand new, would have been $545. They are out of stock. We ran this last week at $400 on Thursday, dropped it to $365 on Saturday. It's still here. Let's do $325 like it is. $350 if you'd like my edge on that M390 blade. Next day sharpening available. That's the Olamic Wayfarer 24/7 harpoon. Next up. Oh, I really can't believe this knife didn't sell. I'll tell you what. You guys know I'm no lover of Chinese cutlery, but this thing's pretty special. It's from Reich. And it is the Thor 5. I want you to just look at this handle. I don't mean to sound like Jim Skelton, but look at the milling. Look at the finishing and look at how it took the ano on that integral titanium handle. Jeez. Oh, how about that? Who's that? Beautiful clip, ceramic ball retention. The pivot collar will act as an over travel stop. You got a stainless steel inserted titanium frame lock, and look how the mill pattern is carried through the insert. Handle length will be 4 7/8, and then out of it flips that. Oh. A super fine bead blast on an M390 blade. That's 3 11/16 inches of harpoon. There's your lock engagement. It is dead rock solid. It seems like the lock bar has a lot of tension because it's not exactly a droppy sheddy thing. Centering looks beautiful. Condition will be near mint to like new in pouch. Price of this brand new at a web retailer would be $600. We ran it last week at $525. It didn't sell. We dropped it down to $475 for the weekend. Still here. Somebody gets a buy this week, guys. $430. $430 like it is, and $460 with my edge on it. That is the Reich Thor 5. Next up. Well, that was a Thor 5. We have another Reich. This is going to come with a slip. This is the Thor 6. And take... Man, if you thought the milling was cool on the Thor 5, look at the Thor 6. We have another integral titanium handle. Would you look at that? Okay, now I know you're focused here, but move it on up. And then, watch when it's open. Look how this milling flows into that milling. Blue anodized titanium pivot and collar, which again is going to serve as an over travel stop. The stainless steel lock bar insert is milled and polished to match the lock bar. The clip, oh my gosh. Stunner, absolute stunner. We got sort of a harpoon spear. Again, a beautifully shimmery bead blasted M390 blade. This one 3 3/16 in length, 4 1/4 handle. There's your lock engagement, rock solid. Again, a pretty tight lock bar, so not very drop shutty. Beautiful centering, flipping action. Well, you got to keep your fingers off the lock bar on this one. There you go. Beautiful, beautiful piece of work from Reich. Price of this brand new at your favorite web retailer will be $600. They are out of stock, however, in natural titanium. There are some colored anodes that are still available, but not the natural or the dark gray. We're going to do this one at $410, like it is. $435 if you'd like my edge on it. That's the Reich Thor 6. Next up, we got the beginning of a little Kaiser Fest. Here's the first one. The sticker says it is a V3403A2 V3 Vigor. What that means is an OD green scaled, that's G10, but man, I see a hint of gray in there. Do you guys see a hint of gray? We might have some colored layers. Looks like we're going to have an ambidextrous tip-up pocket clip. We've got good old-fashioned thumb studs. And what? What? You must be kidding. It's got phosphor freaking bronze in it. It's a good old-fashioned pocket knife that flicks beautifully like a Rat 1. Look at that. Yeah. How about that? 2 15/16 inch blade. Kind of a Sponto affair. VG10 steel. 3 7/8 handle. Stainless steel liner lock. There's your engagement. It's rock solid. Centering will be, oh, that was perfect. Will that do? Okay. Condition on the Vigor will be like new in box. These are discontinued and out of stock. When they were available, you could buy them online for $46-ish, plus tax and shipping. So that would have been, like 50, $55 all in. How about we do $39 on this one, like new in box. Shipped, priority mail, all in. $59 if you'd like my edge on it. That's the Kaiser V3403A2 V3 Vigor. Next up, more Kaiser. This is the Sovereign A2. Oh, there it is. The model number is V4423A2. So this particular Sovereign has layered black and blue G10 with kind of a scallop mill pattern. We're going to have a reversible or ambidextrous tip up pocket clip. The handle length is going to be 4 5/8. I got a big old flipper tab. That thing propels this sort of modified sheep's foot blade. And I think the blade steel on this one is VG10. It is. Beautiful stone wash. I think we got a ball bearing pivot. We do. Stainless steel liner lock. Rock solid lockup. Oh, I got thumb studs as well. How about that? I got perfect centering. I got perfect lockup. Condition, I'm going to say, is like new in the box. These are out of stock everywhere. When they were available, they were $60. Web retail plus tax plus shipping. Can't buy a new one, but you can buy this one like new in box for $40 all in. Shipped, priority mail. $60 with my edge on it. Next day sharpening available if it's one of the first 4. That's the Kaiser V4423A2 Sovereign. Next up, I have a Kaiser in the fancier box with the pouch. Box a little worse for the wear. Who cares? This knife designed by Mikkel Williamson. I've got a frag pattern black wash finish titanium handle, a blue anodized deep carry titanium spring clip that looks like it'll be a right hand tip up only. I got a, oh wait, tip up or tip down. I got a steel inserted titanium frame lock. I got a big flipper tab and not much detent for a big heavy blade, but it's there. Ball bearing pivot, of course. Definitely not much detent. Can I shake it out? Yeah, I can. If I try real hard, I can. So, okay. Nightmare grind, interesting fuller, perforated. This is the Maddox, the KI 5486 Maddox. S35 VN blade, 3 7/8 inches in length, a 4 7/8 handle. One lone mammoth standoff back there. There's your lock engagement. It is rock solid. Centering ought to be down the middle. Condition on the Maddox. Oh, we'll call it near mint to like new. In box. These are out of stock everywhere. When they were available, they had a web retail of about $220. Let's do $160 on this one. $160 like it is. $185 if you'd like my edge on it. That's the Kizer KI 5486 Maddox. Next up, a Nudden from Kizer. Same box, same pouch. This box not really damaged, just a little funky looking. The knife inside is the Kizer KI 4439er A2 Zugang. I guess that's how you say it. Z-U-G-A-N-G. Let's see if they gave me the name of a designer. Is that it? Azo? A-Z-O? Anyhow. Interesting blade. It's kind of a warny, kind of a cleaver. S35 VN is your blade steel. 3 3/4 inches a blade. 4 3/4 inches a handle. Steel inserted titanium frame lock. Ball bearing flipper. With thumb studs. Do they work? Yes, they do. They work just fine. There's your lock engagement. It's dead rock solid. Blade centering will be... Actually, I think this one's a little off. Can I tighten it? Let's see. Can we tighten that thing a little and get it to come home? Let's see. Just a little tweaky. Yes. That looks better. How about that? So let's see. Pocket clip going to be tip up. Right hand only. Condition. I'm going to say near mint to like new in box. These are discontinued and out of stock. When they were available, they had a web retail of about $160. This one can be yours at $120 like it is. $140 with an Apostle P edge. Next day sharpening available for one of the first 4. That's the Kizer KI 4439A2 Zugang or something like that. Next up, something I've never seen before. The last of our Kizers, at least for the moment, comes in a box style I've never seen. I know I've got a titanium frame lock, but I've got G10 scales with kind of a sunburst mill pattern. I've got a tip-up clip that goes both ways. I've got a little glass breaker device on the end. I got a flipper tab, but wait, that was not a ball bearing manual action knife. That is a phosphor bronze washer spring assisted knife. Works just fine. We've got sort of a dark gray coated blade, and this is the Kizer KI 4448 assisted flipper. S35 VN blade, 3 1/16 blade, 4 1/4 handle, titanium frame lock, as I said. Does it have a steel insert? Does not appear to. Very interesting. A little bit of Chris Reevish blade lock stick. Perfect centering. Interesting blade. Let's see. Near mint inbox. These are discontinued, not out of stock. When they were available new, they were $100. This one can be yours for $80. That is a unique Kizer. $80 like it is 100 with my Edge. The Kizer KI 4448 assisted flipper. Next up, we have a knife from Tactical Geek. Yeah, that name makes me want to buy their knives. I don't know about you guys, but the knife comes with this here pouch. It's kind of a nylon, and I don't know, it's almost like an Alcantara kind of material, but probably not. Very, very interesting. Look at this little tiny thing, would ya? The entire closed length is 2 13/16. Kind of a dark stonewashed titanium. Milled titanium clip. Look at that little lanyard post in the back spacer. It is a flipper on bearings. It has a very interesting chisel ground Tanto blade. So this side is straight. The bevel is all on the show side. The swedge is all on the off side. Then I got the Tanto, right? The blade steel on this is S35. The blade is 1 11/16. The blade centering, you can't tell because of the asymmetrical grind, but it's perfect. Lockup is perfect. Flipping action is perfect given the short knife you have to work with, okay? It's all squared away. Let's see. Price of these brand new. I think you got to go to Tactical Geek's website, but they're $189. This one you can buy like new in the box for $135 all in, shipped priority mail. $160 if you'd like me to sharpen that blade. That is the Tactical Geek Variable X. The Variable X. Next up, we had one of these last week in a different handle color, and it sold like in a minute. This from Massdrop and Bradford, USA. We have a Guardian 3.5 fixed blade. How do I know it's a Bradford Guardian? Well, because of that sheath, that's how. Beautiful horizontal leather sheath. Here's the knife. Now the 3.5 or 3.5 is really, if you measure it back to the beginning of the handle, 3 3/4. And then the handle from front to back is 3 13/16. The steel, Nitro V, beautifully stonewashed. Looks like we got, what, 5/32 blade stock. Some nice jimping, very grippy. The G10, blue, gray, black, and tan. Pretty cool stuff. It is like new in the box. I don't know what price these dropped at, but I do know how much this one is, and I bet it won't be long. $100 like it is, $120 with my Edge. That's the Massdrop Bradford Guardian 3.5. Next up, another one from Massdrop and Do Hara. We have the Kabuto button lock folder. Now, it takes somebody smarter than me to know how this knife works. I do know this. I have a button lock right here. If I press it, I can open the knife. It locks open. It does seem to have a little vertical play, but it's very minuscule, and I'm sure not insecure in the least. I push the button in, it unlocks and shuts on my finger. What I can't figure out how to do is get the thumb stud and the lock released at the same time, unless I do something. So what you do is you just kind of sling it. I'm not sure, I guess that's more of a stop than a thumb stud, right? You sling it. So here's the deal. S35 VN blade, 3 3/8 inches in length. Handle 4 13/16. Red G10 blackened stainless steel liners. A very interesting right hand. Could it go both ways? It might be able to. I doubt it. I don't know. Let's say right hand tip up clip. Ball bearing pivot, as you well saw. Centering will be dead. Ish. I don't know. It might favor the left a little bit. Anyway, I don't know. Blade steel is S35. It's near mint in box. I have no idea what price they dropped at, but I do know you can buy this one for the bargain price of $140, like it is, $160 sharpened. That's the drop / Hara Kabuto. Next up. Oh my. Uh-oh. Anybody recognize that box? Now we do have a little issue with the box. I really wish Shirogorov would put a little more thought, effort, and money into their packaging, because they're pretty flimsy. We do have the entire slide-out drawer now, though, instead of just the little accordion thing. So anyway, but inside that box, according to this here card, is a Hati Gen 3, an M390 with a carbon fiber handle, and an MRBS pivot system. Here's the knife. What do we call that? Marbled carbon fiber? I would. And then check it. On the frame side, it's all titanium, but the marbled carbon fiber inlay. Super lightweight knife. It is, of course, a flipper. It flips like a Shiro. The blade is M390. Now this knife has been sharpened, and I don't know if there's a little tape residue, but I see a little shadow running through that bead blast right here. And then during sharpening, this has been user sharpened, he's gotten into the, and it's almost impossible not to. He's gotten into that plunge just a little bit, and a couple little scratches on the front of the titanium handle. Barely noticeable. If I didn't point them out, you probably would take a month to see them. Blade centering will be dead. Flipping action is all Shiro. There's your lock engagement. It's rock solid. M390 blade. Blade length is 3 13/16. The handle length is 5 inches. We will say near mint in box. Scratches noted, but a beautiful polished edge. Your price, $7.75. No need to sharpen. That's the Shirogorov Hati Gen 3. Next up, this is a cool knife from Hogue. It is the 64133 Ballista 1. A button lock side folding automatic affair with a safety. Click it forward, no open. Click it back, open. Open it does. I got a 154 cm blade, a stunning swedged drop point with kind of a stridery thing going on here. I got like a 50/50 choil. I got a little sharpening notch. What more could a knife sharpener want? Bright royal blue hard anodized aluminum handle. A stunning deep carry pocket clip that will be ambidextrous. Tip up. Man, I hope it works as good as it looks, because it looks great. Now, I do have, now it's gone. When I took this thing out this afternoon for inventory, in order to get good blade action, I had a little bit of side play, but now I don't. Maybe temperature has normalized. So I get no play and nice opening action. So it's right on the edge. Not that the play was ever horrendous. It was barely perceptible. Blade centering is dead. I got to turn my page. Let's see. Oh. 4 9/16 handle. Blade length is 3.5. Oh, this has got a little polished edge on it. Not super refined, but I'm not going to offer a sharpened price because it's pretty doggone sharp. So we'll call it near mint in box. Web price of this knife, brand new at your favorite retailer, is $161. This one we're going to do at $135. All sharpened up and ready to go. The Hogue 64133 Ballista 1 Auto, $135. Next up, whoa, we have another Shirogorov. This one has a box intact. The card inside the box says we have an F95 RNL M390 blade, Jungleware carbon fiber, the MRBS ceramic ball pivot system. Oh, 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 would you look at that Jungleware? Oh, stonewashed titanium handle, milled titanium clip. Oh, 5-inch handle. 3 13/16 blade, beautiful bead blasted M390. It almost looks like a spay blade. Oh, steel inserted titanium frame lock, perfect lock engagement, perfect lock up, perfect droppy shutty, perfect blade centering. It's just about perfect in every way. Yeah. Condition, how about like new in the box? Whew. Found one of these in eBay sold listings because you can't buy a new one. One of them sold, the only one sold, at $14.50. This one can be yours for $1,300. Like it is, $13.25 with my edge on that M390 blade. Next day sharpening available if it's one of the first 4. It's the Shirogorov F95R NL. Speaking of perfect ball bearing flippers, we have the darling of the knife world in the 2020s. It's the Konig Arius. The Konig Arius. Here's the COA. It's Böhler M390. It's 6AL4V titanium. It was born January 12th of this year. I just want you to look at something. It's got like a twill, fine mill pattern on the handle. The hardware and the backspacer are in brilliant blue anodized titanium. The milled clip is free of that same milled texture, just kind of a bead blast. Right hand tip up only. Now here's the reason we're all here. Yes. Satin flats, bead blast blade with a little bit of tumble, a big large hollow grind, super skinny behind the edge, rock solid lockup. There's your engagement. Perfect drop shot. Why that's important, I don't know, but you guys seem to like it. Conditioned like new in box. These are selling on eBay. Sold listings between $900 and $1,100. Your price, $895. $895 like it is. $920 with my edge on that M390 blade. Frankly, with a grind that good and that thin, how sharp the edge is doesn't matter a lot. It's going to slice like crazy. $895 like it is, $920 sharpened. The Konig Arius. Next up, got one from EMP-EDC, and they got stuff in the box. I mean, I got stickers, I got a ID card, It's the Thick Boy Worn Cleaver, born October 2021, serial number 69, S35VN blade. There you go. Titanium frame, OD canvas micarta scales, gear pattern backspacer, milled titanium clip. Not a flipper, a hole opener, but it does have a ball bearing pivot. I got a forward finger choil. Very interesting knife, wouldn't you say? Blade length 3 1/16 in S35VN, handle length 4 1/4. There's your engagement on the steel inserted titanium bolster lock, we'll call it. Lock up is rock solid. Should be a drop shutter. Yeah, you bet it is. Centering will be dead. Condition, I don't know, I guess we'll call it near mint in box. There's some hand oil starting to collect in the canvas micarta. The price of these brand new, and I think, are these a direct buy? I think they are. $2.99 web new. Your price on this one, $2.40, like it is $2.60 with my edge. The EMP EDC Thick Boy Worn Cleaver. Next up, from a little knife company that was absolutely on fire until the family did what family do. From the Todd Beggs Steelcraft series, we've got the OG, the Bodega. Blue anodized titanium handle. And then they take a ball end mill and outline that sunburst with bright titanium, right? That's after ano. Beautiful. Look at that checkered backspacer. Satin finished pocket clip. There might be a snail trail or two in that. Ceramic ball retention. You guys hear me talk about this when I look at these, but look at the ends of the screws that hold the steel insert in the lock bar. Beautifully crowned. I mean, that's just attention to detail. Ball bearing flipper. We've got kind of a tumbled DLC on the fuller, the swedge, and the hollow ground bevel. Horizontal satin on the flats. This has a polished edge. Doesn't need any of my attention. Blades 3 7/8, handles 5 1/8. There's your lock engagement. It's rock solid. Blade centering is perfect. Flipping action is Bodega-like, which is to say awesome. Some evidence of carry, so we'll call this excellent to near mint in box. They're out of stock. They're probably not going to make them again. I think I don't know if the brand even exists right now. This one would have sold web retail for $4.60. You can buy this one for $3.25. No need to sharpen. That's the Beggs Steelcraft Bodega. Next up, I kind of teased you guys about this yesterday in the heads up video. Every now and then, David Ding just blows me away, and this is one of those times. This is the Rayot Jack. Comes in this box with this pouch. Look at this, guys. Look at that. That is dark matter green carbon fiber inlay in a titanium integral handle. Custom lanyard. Blue Timascus clip. And pivot collar. Wow. Inside that is this blade. Hand rubbed satin harpoon clip. Man. Blade steel is M398. 3 15/16 inches of blade. Beautifully ground. Oh man. I'll tell you what. It's a piece of work, guys. Chinese or not. That's a piece of work. It is a piece of work. It's like new in the box. Born on 10 of 16. It is 1 of 21 made. Pretty sure you can't buy this new. Your price $560 like it is $585 with my edge on it. That is the Rayot Jack. Next up, we got a Kaiser that escaped the big bunch of Kaisers earlier. This is the V3604C1 Squid. The Squid. It's a pretty cool little squid. You know, I should just snag this and give it to my buddy Russ for Christmas. Because, you know, last year we went to Tennessee, Russ's inner squid came out. And now he just identifies himself proudly as Super Squid because of his rather maniacal motorcycle riding style. It's got purple G10 with white G10 pivot collars. It's got a stainless steel blackened deep carry pocket clip that'll be reversible. Right or left hand tip up carry. Interesting lanyard slot, an extension of one liner. It is a front flipper. Almost got it. No, not going to happen, boys. I know that you all pull for me. The Squidward Azo design. Blade steel is 154 cm. Gorgeous swedged drop point. 2 3/4 of blade, 3 13/16 inches of handle. There's your lock engagement. Free dropping ball bearing action. Perfect blade centering. Condition near mint to like new in box. I believe these are $69, your favorite web retailer online. Let's see, we'll do $50 all in, shipped, priority mail on the Squid. $70 if you like my edge on it. Next up, we got one from Spyderco. It's a Delica Damascus. I got blue FRN with a little bit of pocket lint embedded in the Volcano grip. I've got a titanium deep carry pocket clip installed. Inside the box would be the original clip. It's a Delica FFG VG10 Damascus. I believe that's got an Apostle P edge on it. Well, it does indeed. No blade play. Nice free action. Blade centering is pretty much dead down the middle. We'll say it is near mint, in box, with my edge. They're out of stock. They were a Knife Joy exclusive. When Knife Joy had them, they were 108. We'll sell this one. $90 with my edge and a titanium clip. How's that? That's Spyderco Delica FFG Blue Damascus TAP. Next up, we got the Rob's Pick for tonight's sale. It's a Spyderco, no surprise there. It is a Delica OD Crew Wear. Yeah. A DLT Trading exclusive. Look at that. OD Green FRN. There is a black Spyderco clip original in the box. It's wearing a black coated titanium deep carry clip. We got DLC coated CPM Crew Wear. I got no blade play. I got a nice free blade. I got perfect centering. Condition will be near mint in box. These are out of stock at DLT. When they were available, they were $115. You got $20 worth of titanium clip on there. Let's do $110 like it is. $130 with my edge. The Rob's Pick, Spyderco Delica FFG OD Crew Wear DLC. Next up, another Spidey. Another DLT exclusive. And it is a Delica Zome 20CV. Very, very cool knife, guys. The Zome gradient coloring goes all the way through the FRN. This is also wearing a blackened deep carry titanium clip, original clip in the box. 20 CV blade, DLC coated, wearing an Apostle P edge. Oh, ow, ow. Rock solid lockup. Nice free blade. Centering pretty close to perfect. This will be in your inventory as Spyderco Delica FFG BKRD Zome 20CV DLC TAP. These are out of stock at DLT when they were available. They were $115. Let's do $100 on this one. $100. All in, shipped priority mail. Next up, we are going to move to the traditional slip joint pocket knife portion of tonight's sale. We're going to kick it off with some case knives. Here's the first one. This is the 6207 SS Mini Trapper. 3.5 inches closed. We've got amber jig bone, true sharp stainless steel. I've got a main muskrat clip. About a 7 pull on half stops. Walk and talk is okay. It's just a little mushy. Space secondary. Centering is pretty good. I got a little bit of pocket wear. I can see the pivot pins. Not really proud, but you can just see them. What a stand-up pocket knife that is. Let's see. You can buy these brand new for $59. Let's do $39 on this one. $64. I sharpen both blades. That's the case 6207 SS Mini Trapper. No box. Next up, another case from the Pocket Worn series. This will be the 6318 SS Pocket Worn Medium Stockman. A serpentine Stockman. They call this Old Red Jig Bone. I've got a main clip point in true sharp, cam tangs, and about a 6.5. Nice walk and talk. Sheep's foot in the middle, and a little spay on the back. Some rub, as you would expect. We'll call this excellent, no box. Look, just a beautiful little pocket knife. Good looking jigging. These are $73. Web price, brand new. Let's do $49 on this one. $84. I sharpen all 3 blades. The case 6318 SS Pocket Worn Medium Stockman. Next up, boy, this would be a good pairing, wouldn't it? This will be the 6220 SS Pocket Worn Peanut. Again, in that old red jig bone, which just looks stunning with the pocket worn finish. The Peanut, 2 13/16 closed length, kind of a serpentine affair. Half stop main clip. Okay walk and talk, about 5.5 pull, maybe a 6. Pen secondary. Again, no box, a little bit of pocket wear. Who cares? Beautiful little knife. Great 5th pocket blade. You can buy these brand new for about $59 on the web. Let's do $40 on this one. $65. I sharpen both blades. That's the case 6220 SS Pocket Worn Peanut. Next up, you guys know I'm no huge fan of case knives, but don't wait on this one because I might just snag it. I'll tell you why. Here's the box. It is a mini copperhead, so it's a 62109W SS mini copperhead in light purple deep canyon jigged bone. Okay? I want you to look at that bone. Are you kidding me? There's purple, there's beige. The jigging is unbelievable. No shield because the bone is so beautiful. Just the case script engraved in the bolster. And then I got a Wharncliffe main, true sharp, on cams, but unbelievable walk and talk. It's an opposite end, pen secondary, pull weight on the main. I'm going to say 5.5. 3 1/8 closed. We'll call it near mint in box. Man, what a stunner. They're out of stock in this cover material. When they were available, they had a web price of $57. We're going to do this at $45. And again, don't wait, guys, because I could easily drop this in my pocket. Just look at that thing. Yeah. I dig it. That's the 62109W SS Mini Copperhead. 45 like it is, 70 sharpened. Next up, it's our last case. And we're going to end it with a 4137 SS Sodbuster Junior and navy blue synthetic. They're not calling it Delrin, but I don't know. Sure looks like Delrin. So you got 3 5/8 inches of closed length, brass hardware, drop point blade on half stops, 7.5 pull, full height hollow grind on cams. Centering's not great. Nice walk and talk though. We'll call it near mint in box. They're out of stock in this cover material. When they're available, they're $32 web retail. We're going to do this one 25 shipped priority mail, 40 with my edge on it. That's the case 4137 SS Sodbuster Junior. Next up, it is Great Eastern Cutlery time on the Apostle P knife sale. First up, from the Farm and Field tool line, we got a number 715121 bullnose in green linen micarta. The definitive sodbuster of the 21st century. There we go. 3 13/16 inches closed. We got a nice little rawhide lanyard tied. We got a 1095 blade that pulls out with an 8. Nicely patinaed, wouldn't you say? I would. Stunning walk and talk. I don't know. It's a little... yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty doggone perfect. The centering is very close to perfect, if not perfect. Man, just throw it in your pocket and go. These are selling on eBay. Sold listings between $140 and $175 in this configuration. We're going to do this one at $130 like it is, $145 with my edge. And just so you know, when you throw a polished edge next to that patinaed finish, I'm just saying, it's gorgeous. Next day sharpening available. Next up, what, you say you've already got a green linen? Well, let's do another 715121 bullnose in red linen. Just wait till you see this. Yeah. I hope the camera's doing this justice. Does that pop or what? Ah, no patina on this one. Oh, yeah. I put very close on the centering for this one. Again, 8.5 pull. Beautiful walk and talk. Near mint to like new in tube. Now, in the red linen, sold listings on eBay running between $160 and $195 for a freaking bullnose. You know what? We're just going to cut you some slack. Let's do $150 like it is, $165. You want my edge on it. Now, the last one was GEC F&F 71 Bullnose GN for green. This is GEC F&F number 71 Bullnose RD for red. $150 like it is, $165 sharpened. Next up, if you're one of the 3 GEC collectors left on Earth who doesn't have one of these, I got you covered. From the Titty Ute line, it's a number 94 Liberty Jack in flag acrylic. Model 941121. Now, I don't know which retailer graded them. They graded this one an A. I disagree, and I'll show you why. We do have the Patty's Potato Peeler button. And here is your We the People American flag, Liberty Jack. If you look right above my thumb in the white stripe, you will see a very slight void in the flag. I would have graded it a B, but I'm just saying. Okay. 3 7/16 inches closed length. It's like a smoothed out gun stock pattern. Clip point blade. This one pulls at about a 7, which is a little heavier than most. You got your Liberty Etch. Listen to this walk and talk. Yeah. Centering, I'm calling very close. Sometimes it looks perfect. This might be one of those times. Near mint in tube with button. Your price, $95 like it is. $110 with my edge. It's the GEC Titty number 94 Liberty Jack flag. Next up, and it's our last GEC tonight, from Titty Cutlery, it's the number 68 White Owl, model 681221 in cowhide jigged bone. It's going to come with Mr. Howard the Owl's picture on the button. Apparently, Howard is a wise owl. Yes, and here's the knife. Man, there's just a little working pocket knife right there. But it's a titty and it has lined and pinched bolsters and a bar shield engraved white owl. And it's a is this really a titty? No, it's a Northfield, doggone it, son of a gun. It's a Northfield. That doesn't make sense. Anyhow, cut swedge, long pull. I probably should have wiped that blade off. Let's do that right now. There, look at there. That's better. That's better. Cam Tangs, 6.5 pull. Very nice Cam Tang walk and talk. Pen secondary, a little bit of rub. It is an opposite end, equal end. No center aligner, so you're going to get some rub. Very nice. 3.5 inches closed length. We'll call it near mint in tube with button. Sold listings on eBay run between $130 and $174 for this exact configuration. Let's do $125 like it is. $150 with my edge on both blades. That's the GEC Titty number 68 White Owl. Okay, that brings us to the last knife in the sale. Is this like the third time I've said this tonight? But buy it quick, because I like it. From Buck Knives, established 1902. What? They're 120 years old. This is the 55. It's half of a 110. Might weigh a lot less than half. Look at this little stunner. Brass frame, angled, scalloped. That is Gabon ebony. Solid Gabon ebony. Not plywood, not fake, and dead black. Integral brass frame. Got some pocket tarnish. The blade. The stunning butt clip in 420 HC. 2 3/8 inches of blade. 3 7/16 inches of handle. Dead rock solid lockup. Beautiful action. And blade centering is freaking perfect. I'm going to say it's excellent to near mint in box. I found these new on Amazon with these ebony covers for $60. Let's do $40 on this one. Shipped, priority mail, $60 with my edge. Don't wait, guys, because I got $40 and I don't have a 55. Okay, so yeah, just saying. That brings us to the end of another knife sale on the Apostle P channel. Hope you enjoyed it. I sure did. even with barely a voice. Grace to you and peace, my friends, from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. Remember, the word is sharp. Have at her, boys. Talk to you soon.